What is good, Amilivenow clones? Welcome back to the channel, man. It is I, Amilivenow, and I hope you guys are having a wonderful start of your day. If you're just starting your day about to eat breakfast and you're just trying to get that nutrition, congratulations for you. Or if you're the type of person like me who fasts to take out the parasites and negative bacteria out of your body so you can be able to rejuvenate your cells and basically regain new ones, right? So if you're the type of person that's, on your way to work or just starting your day, you just, trying to get some great information, or you might be on break, I welcome all walks of life, and I thank you for deciding to learn from me through this video. If you're about to, go to sleep and you can't go to sleep, you might have insomnia, I just hope that you are able to learn from me, which makes you a little bit tired enough to go to sleep. Right? When you see this, what day you see this, what year you see this, what month you see this, what era you see this, what eon you see this, all that I'm hoping for is that you are on your way to finding peace, which is enlightenment within your own mind capacity. And if you don't believe in peace, I'm just hoping that you are on your way to achieving your goals in a beneficial way that doesn't hinder, hurt, or kill anybody. You feel me? So put that in mind. You can still make it to the top without putting anybody under the bus. That's very valid. Don't forget about that part. So, without further ado, that is the intro of this video. And I just want you guys to be able to get that, right? Today's video is going to be a little personal. It's going to correlate. It's going to resonate. I try to make all my videos resonate on this channel. But without further ado, let's get into the topic at hand. So today's topic is basically why you have to be ready for disappointment. You feel me? Look, this is very valid. It's very valid. I'm saying hats off. When shit gets serious, you gotta take your hat off. You feel me? Why is this valid in my life now? Well, let's just dive right into it. We ain't out talking. A valuable lesson, a valuable life lesson. Why you have to be ready for disappointment. Being prepared for disappointment can help you navigate life's uncertainties and setbacks. You get what I'm saying? So the first objective, right, of this basis, right? The basis of this first objective is reasons to expect disappointment. Now, if you guys don't know, if you are new to this channel, on this channel we take notes, right? It can be Cornell style, freestyle notes, or just personal aesthetic type of notes, right? So I want you guys to grab a pen or pad or a notebook or a pencil, you feel me? And actually write these down. I'm giving you guys heads up for each segment. So each segment we do have warning. I don't know. Something just smelled like something was burning. All right. So, with that being said, let's continue. All right. Reasons to expect disappointment. Uncertainty. That was the first subjective. Uncertainty. Life is unpredictable and things don't things don't always go as planned. All right, that was the first subjective. Second subjective, high expectations, right? Having high expectations can lead to disappointment if reality doesn't meet them. All right, pretty valid. Third subjective, external factors. External factors beyond your control can impact outcomes. All right. So to go over these segments of subjectives, I can tell you or just break it down to you in very subtle ways. We're gonna go from top to bottom. So let's do it from top to bottom. It starts about uncertainty, right? So uncertainty meaning life is very unpredictable and things don't always go as planned. So basically, if you are into any activity or a scenario or basically a project or an event, say you might have to go to a concert on so-and-so day and something unexpected happens and now you can't go. So now you're going to be able to have to figure out a way to let your group or friends know that you might not be able to go to the concert, right? That's a little example I can give you when it comes to that subjective of uncertainty. Now, the second one would be high expectations. So basically, when you are looking at an individual situation, a scenario, ratio, variation, at a basically a high standard, right? So now you're going to be expecting that aspect, scenario, individual situation to be on a up to par state, right? So when they are not up to par, or when it doesn't basically keep up with your expectations, then you're basically going to be disappointed, because what happens is that you're putting that energy or individual or situation or event or scenario at a high rate of basically position. But when they fall under that position, then there are certain types of emotions that you're going to feel, like disappointment, frustration. And that is basically the idea that I can give you when it comes to that part. So think about external factors. External factors are basically things that you cannot control. You feel me? I was able to basically control me hitting my hat. You feel me? That was something I could control. That's why I just did that. But you feel me? Me dropping I'm thinking the hat was gonna go forward. You feel me? But the hat literally went backward. You feel me? So in a way, I couldn't control that. All I could control was me hitting my hat up. I'm thinking it was gonna go up this way, but it actually went backwards. You feel me? That's just an example. Some things that you can't control, that's out of your control. I would have actually broken my back if I would try to turn around so fast and try to grab it. I would have hurt my hand on the wall or top of shit, right? So that's just an example of how things can be out of your control, even though it can't be in your control. Like me flicking my hat, I was able to control that part, but the other part of me having that hat, that was basically a quantum or a string theory type of example that I was not expecting that to happen. You feel me? And it did happen. So that's basically external factors. So let's continue. The second objective will be benefits of being prepared. All right. First subjective is resilience. Expecting disappointment can help you build resilience and cope with setbacks. All right. So, second subjective, realistic expectations. All right. Having specific expectations can reduce disappointment and increase satisfaction. Okay. Third subjective, emotional preparedness. All right. Being prepared for disappointment can help you manage your emotions and respond more effectively. All right. So we're going to go over those from bottom to top. So emotional preparedness. If you are an individual that got their heart broken a plethora of times, meaning multiple times, meaning a lot of times, then you have a certain idea of being on guard, right? Yeah, that's pretty much understandable, right? So when you are basically on guard, it's because you've expected a lot of I want to say a word that doesn't have to deal with disappointment, but that's probably the best word I can use. because when you're on guard, that means you're expecting, let's say, failure, right? Let's say failure, because I don't want to use the same word within the statement multiple times. So when you're a person that's been in a relationship and has been heartbroken multiple times, then that means you're basically expecting failure within the counterpart. So that means you're always going to be on guard. You're never going to give all of yourself. You're always going to keep some of yourself so you can be able to be prepared for the failure of what's to come. For example, you're giving the benefit of the doubt, right? But you're not yet willing to basically give them all of yourself, even though you're giving them benefit of doubt. They're showing that they love you. They're doing certain type of activities and actions, and they're showing different types of emotions. But because you've been hurt so many times, so you're basically using your past as that particular way of basically comparing them in a way to how some situations and some actions are similar to your past lovers or significant others prior, right? Prior meaning before, okay? So because you're basically expecting a certain type of failure, you're already being prepared. So that's why you're actually on guard, right? And this is very natural. There's nothing wrong with this, bro. Feel me? Because think about like this, like, I don't know, I just keep something burning. If nobody got you, bro, you gotta have you, bro. So that's important, bro. You feel me? So it's cool to be on guard, bro. There's nothing wrong with that, bro. Like, that's why you're giving them the benefit of the doubt in the first place, because you understand yourself, because you know that you've been heartbroken. So like, it's like, okay, if I've been heartbroken, then that means I gotta make sure I'm good. Even if he or she is showing me all this affection or whatever, I gotta make sure I'm straight. I gotta make sure, like, I feel like myself. You can see what I'm saying? And with this subjective, is very personal. So basically, when you're expecting failure, that means that you're understanding that they're human. They make mistakes. They have faults. Okay? So when you're expecting mistakes to be made, in a way you have a sense of intuition. There's a certain intuition that you have within that perspective of clairvoyance. Clairvoyance meaning foresight. Foresight meaning you can tell what's to come. Okay? So you don't always want to be able to not have your guard up, because it's important to protect yourself, right? Because of your past. So you're actually understanding that things like that can happen, even though it seems like it could never happen, right? So that's just a perspective of emotional preparedness, okay? So when it comes to the other subjective, it states that realistic expectations. Okay, boom, pretty easy. The other one's kind of like, I kind of had to dissect that one. But yeah, this one, realistic expectations. So basically it's like, yeah, my mom told me that I have to wash the dishes or I have to clean the house before she comes. So when she comes, what is she gonna be? She's gonna expect the house to be clean. She's gonna expect the dishes to be washed, right? Simple as that, right? There's certain things that you expect, or there's certain things that you understand that it's supposed to happen, how it's supposed to happen. You feel me? For example, like, some people have different types of reality. So an expectation for me would be, you feel me, pulling up to my dog in that new Rolls Royce Cullinan. You feel me? Some people think that's not realistic, but in my reality, I know that is a reality. In other people's reality, that's a dream. You feel me? I said that so you can understand there's bigger ways of thinking of that idea of realistic expectations. I said the other first examples because it was very easy and it was very common. Okay, that was a certain type of layman terminology of perspective that I can give you guys real quick, and I give you an abundance perspective, because you guys understand you're the controller of your own reality. So you have to understand that every possibility is possible within your own frame of cognitive construct. Okay, so that's basically realistic expectations. Let's continue. to the last subjective would be, which is the first one, is resilience. Okay, so meaning that you have to be able to recover meaning in any aspect. Recover meaning in any aspect. Recovering meaning that, say for example, you may hurt your ankle during a basketball game. What you do, you tie your shoes tight and you continue to play the game because you're the star player. And even though you're feeling pain, you have to endure and you have to overcome. With that being said, that is a perspective of resilience. All right. And you can use that example to anything. Say, for example, you might feel sick. You don't want to go to work, but because you're like the number one cashier at your job, or you're basically the number one salesman at your job, or you're the number one recruiter, whatever kind of occupation you dwell in, then you're going to have to overcome that sickness in your mind. You still may be sick, but you might be able to hold your sneeze. You might be able to like put cough drops in your body so you don't have congestion, or so you don't basically have runny nose. You feel me? There's different types of things to help you overcome a lot of situations and aspects. You feel me? And that's the basis of those subjectives. And we're going to go to the last objective, and then we're going to go over the 3 subjectives, and the video is going to be done. And then I'm going to give you some personal types of ideas. Okay, so the last objective, okay, which is the third one, is strategies for coping. Okay, this is very important. Now just peep this. The first subjective for this, right, is develop a growth mindset. That is the first subjective. View challenges and setbacks as opportunities for growth and learning. All right. Second subjective, practice self-compassion. Treat yourself with kindness and understand when faced with disappointment. All right. Third subjective, focus on what you can control. You feel me? So we talked about a couple minutes ago. Concentrate on what you can control rather than getting bogged down by things outside your control. All right. So we're going to go over these bases, and we're going to go real quick, and then we're going to say the conclusion so we can give you the personal perspectives of this video, basically the basis. So look, we're going to go from top to bottom. So it's like this: develop a growth mindset, right? So when it comes to things that like are very challenging for you, you have to understand there's different types of ways to overcome the setbacks, and there's different types of ways to understand what's very important for you. Be like this. Say, for example, you are in a particular discretion that puts you back a couple days than the deadline. So now you have to understand that because it puts you back, you might be late, but it might teach you something. And whatever that is that it teaches you, whatever you learn from that setback, it's basically an opportunity for you to become evolved as a being and be more attuned to your state, right? So let's go with the practice self-compassion. So yeah, this subjective deals with basically accepting. You have to be able to accept yourself and don't be as hard on yourself when it comes to different situations, aspects, and scenarios that you may occur. And it's okay to give yourself some leeway. I'm not saying give yourself scapegoats, but it's okay to cut yourself some slack. You know what I mean? Like, you know, the modern term, I'm not racist or anything, but I don't discriminate. But a lot of Caucasian people, a lot of white people always like, yo, cut me some slack, man. Like, bro, I can't catch a break. Or can I catch a break or whatever? Or some shit like that, right? So, yeah, it's okay. Sometimes you gotta cut yourself some slack because, you know, some things can be frustrating and some things can be overwhelming to the point where it might cause anxiety and depression. So you don't want to be so harsh on yourself. Like me, like, this week, I haven't been consistent in drawing, but it's because I've been so locked in. I've been grounding myself. I've been using a couple like 30 minutes to a couple of times for, you know, myself to be able to go outside, do yoga, stretch, basically like touch grass, meditate within my own capacity, try to astral project. I don't do it all the time because that's a particular state that it's not always easy to get into. And I try to be one with, you know, the creation of life, because I'm about to have a really, really, really big summer. I'm going to have a really big summer, so I'm going to have to extremely focus. I have to have no distractions because I'm trying to write a story that soon I'll be able to, you know, put it either on the internet or, you know, it's going to be on one of these streaming platforms very soon. And this story has to get completed so I can turn into a let's say a novel. I want it to be a novel. And it's very frustrating because, you know, as a guy, like, I want to be able to like vibe, you feel me, like different types of, you feel me, energies. I don't even want to be around masculine energy, but that's what I'm sacrificing right now, because I got to be so focused on my life, because it's very frustrating when you're just trying to vibe with different like energies that you want to vibe with, but you can't because everybody got their own shit going on. Everybody got to focus on them. So that's what I've been doing. I've been very understanding and having compassion for myself, because I am very hard on myself. So I've been practicing self-compassion. And I know everybody has their own thing going on, so I can't really like be too bummed out about it, because even me, like, I'll try to be around different energies. The vibes will probably like make me not as focused, because I really got to get this shit done. And it can take up to 3 years, 4 years, 5 years of me writing this actual novel, because it's very interesting, very good, and I have different other fucking ideas in my brain that I got to get out, and it's a lot, man. It's a lot. So I think this is why people have a lot, like, they have teams, but it's gonna get done regardless of anything. It's gonna get done. I'm trying to get it done before I'm 27, 23 right now. So yeah, like, what is 4 years, right? I'm trying to get this shit done, bro. Cause I see a lot of progression when it comes to these type of ideas. Damn. I don't know why we're feeling like something's been burning. I know I was saying this the whole video, but yeah, guys, I'm just thinking in my head right now about like, you know, it's like, I'm gonna probably make a video about like how you have time but there's no time, because, you know, I really don't have time. So I sacrifice my sleep sometimes. That's why I make late night, early morning videos on this channel, because it makes you really think about, like, you know, this is why you have to be, you gotta give yourself some, you gotta cut yourself some slack, or you're gonna get burned out. I think that's why you have to give yourself some self-compassion, because you don't want to burn yourself out. And that's a thing. Burnout is real. It's very real. So let's continue instead of me just chopping too much. Focus on what you can control. Like I said, I flipped my hat, but what I couldn't control was the fact that I flipped. Well, I could control you know what I did? I didn't understand how much light this hat was. So when I flicked it, I used a lot of force, but I couldn't control the hat from basically flying backwards. But what I could control was me flicking the hat. So yeah, focus on what you can control and just don't stress out what you can't control. Like me, I'm in a predicament right now. As long as I lock in, yeah, I can be vibing with vibes, but, you know, the juice ain't worth the squeeze if it's not a real, like, individual that's real and is really like a person that understands more than this third dimension has to offer. Like, bro, I be tired of that shit. I be tired of all that shit, bro. And it'd be like, if there's not the same understanding, I'm not even gonna entertain it, bro. That's what I'm saying. I feel like this summer is about to be a good summer for me. I'm gonna be able to very, like, expand the Am I Live Now company, and It's gonna be different types of understanding, cause you feel me. Like, I make music. I'm a writer. I'm a designer. I'm a Renaissance man per se. But it's just like I have to be able to figure out some type of ways to control what I can control. Like when I make content, I'm making this video right now. I can control that. I can control how much time the video is gonna be. I can control what's in this video. You feel me? I can control what I'm saying out my brain. You feel me? But like, what I can't control is, you feel me, like when I'm gonna be able to like vibe with the vibes. You feel me? And it's like, it's okay. You feel me? Because everything has its own timing, bro. And the thing about timing is it's not real. And there's something called Godspeed. When it comes to Godspeed, it's like this. Like, you'll go to outer space, right? Which is, that's a whole different topic. Don't think space is like fucking stars and shit, bro. Think space is like fucking like under the water, bro. Shit, bro. I know I just said some Easter egg, but just know what I'm saying is valid because I've done research. If you don't believe me, go do research, bro. You'll be fucking surprised what you'll figure out. So every time you come back, there's time distortion. Time distortion meaning that the reality curves, bends, or it slows down, right? So when you come back, say you went to space, whatever, right? Fake space, right? You go there for like 5 months. You come back here, it's been 10 years. You feel me? You come back down to Earth, it's been 10 years. You feel me? That's how it be. But in that perspective, and that being said, I just want you guys to understand what you can control and don't stress what you can't control. And especially in this life, bro. There's a lot of things you're not gonna be able to control in this life. But as long as you're able to control yourself, the way you think, the way you act, and your emotions, and what you do, then you'll be able to be very successful in this shit. You feel me? And to make this conclusion, because it's about to hit 30 minutes, and then I'm gonna give you some examples and shit. This conclusion basis like this: by being prepared for disappointment, you can build resilience, manage your emotions, and navigate life's challenges with a greater ease. All right. So that's the basis of this video. If you guys like, I want you guys to like, comment, share, subscribe. If you guys did like this video, if it resonated with you, all I want you guys to do is like, comment, share, subscribe. Again, it does help the algorithm of my channel fluctuate, so I can get my, you feel me, my message out there. You feel me? I'm just trying to get everybody on time with me. I'm just trying to get everybody to be able to progress as a human being, as a multi-dimensional being, as a nature creation. You feel me? But like, to give you some 2 cents to this, bro, you feel me? Like, why you gotta be prepared for disappointment? It's like this, bro. Like, the more you expect, especially from humans, bro, the more you expect from humans, bro, the more sadness you're gonna feel, the more disappointment you're gonna feel, the more mistakes that you're gonna feel you made, and the less trust you're gonna have, because you're expecting too much. You're putting them at a certain level that they seem like they are, but they really aren't. So you got to be able to break that down and put them at a particular level that you're not always going to expect them to be. Like me, you can look at me like a particular level individual, because I haven't been lying with this channel, bro. I haven't been lying, bro. Like, I speak my truth. You feel me? I tell you guys, I don't know everything. All I know is I am very fascinated by life, and I love to question life. You feel me? I don't tell you guys I'm the smartest nigga in the world. I don't tell you guys I'm fucking Barry Allen. No. All I tell you guys is I'm a type of nigga that is just like y'all. I'm trying to learn. I'm still learning about this shit. I don't know everything. You feel me? But it's because of that I can give you some experience. I can give you some applied knowledge, which is wisdom, so you guys can pass on through this realm and be able to have a good experience in this realm. That is what I'm supposed to do. So when I tell you that you're not supposed to have expectations, I'm being real honest with you. You have to have expectations when it comes to accomplishing your goals, being very organized, and being able to have certain type of discernment when it comes to your judgment. You have to be expecting yourself to be on that level because it's you. But don't go trying to expect a lot of shit from all these different types of people that they don't even know who the fuck they are. Okay? Don't go trying to expect a lot of shit from these people, bro. I'm gonna tell you this right now. Do not expect a lot of shit from people, bro. You'll be surprised how disappointed you will be. You'll be surprised how frustrated you will be. You'll be surprised how less motivated you'll be. Cause, bro, not everything is what it seems, bro. You feel me? And this is coming from firsthand, bro. I experienced a lot of shit. So, like, not everything is what it's supposed to be. Not everything is what it seems to be. You feel me? And the more you expect, like I said, the more frustrated you're gonna be, the more sad you're gonna be, the more disappointed you're gonna be, the more mistakes you're gonna think that you should have made. You feel me? And like, this is coming from experience. So I like to do this within the time frame of me being done with the actual points and segments of the video to give you guys some own experience of the creator of this video, You feel me? Because for me, I'm in my life now. You feel me? So like, I'm not trying to steer y'all wrong. I just want you guys to be prepared, because your emotions do matter. Your feelings do matter. You feel me? Even though they are going to dissolve because they're fleeting. You feel me? Fleeting feelings, the same thing. It never stays unless you make it stay. But you have to understand, you can't be so caught up of these expectations on human beings. Human beings have something called human nature, okay? Once you guys understand the 48 laws of power, then you're going to understand what I'm saying. If you don't understand the 48 laws of power by the green nigga, you feel me? What is his name? Robert Greene or some shit? Then go read that book. Go read 48 Laws of Power. There's certain very, very keen information in that novel, in that understanding of literature that you can take and you can really evolve yourself. You feel me? And I might break some down in the next couple of videos so you guys can have a little bit of understanding of that. But study the 48 Laws of Power, bro. You feel me? And understand human nature, bro. Understand human beings, bro. You feel me? And understand to stop expecting so much from people, bro. People have faults, bro. People are literally in their flesh. People are literally misguided. People are literally, they don't even fucking know themselves. People are literally like so clouded. People are literally like feel regret. People are literally like, bro, it's imperfect for you to think people are perfect. It's very naive. Don't be naive. It's very naive to think that somebody is going to stand on their business. You feel me? And if you have people around you that's like me, bro, I be trying to stand on business. I be trying to like be a man of my word. I be trying to elevate. I want everybody to have their own table. I don't want nobody eating off of my table. You feel me? I want everybody to have their own table, to be able to make their own food, pass out their own plates. You feel me? A lot of people these days, bro, they want somebody to have their table and they're going to feed off of their plates. They're going to take all their food from the person that has their own table, and they're not going to want to build their own table. That's not what I want. I want people to have their own table. I want people to have their own business. I want people to have their own money. I want people to have their own motion, bro. I don't like nobody feeding off my motion, bro. I don't like nobody feeding off my shit, bro. That's just me. Because if I can do this shit, bro, that means you can do this shit, bro. If I can be creative, you can be creative. And if you think you can't be creative, change the way you think. Build better habits, and then come back to me. And then you're gonna understand whatever that mentality was. That was just a negative spirit and entity that you had to basically exercise out of your energy. Cast that shit out. Cast that negative mentality of doubt, bro. Cause that shit's real. You gotta basically embrace conviction. Once you embrace conviction, nothing in this world can stop you, bro, because you are protected by the Most High, bro, and you are protected by the Most Righteous, bro. You feel me? Like, stop with all that doubt shit. Stop with all that spirit, that negative spirit. Take that shit out of your body. Exercise that shit. Cast that shit out yourself, bro. This ain't no joke, bro. This shit real life, bro. You feel me? And like, bro, stop expecting so much, bro. Like, what do you expect? Somebody to like fucking stand their ground, stand their word? Nah, bro. Like, you'll be surprised how much humans are not like me. Like, you'll be surprised how much humans are not like Am I Live Now. You'll be surprised how much people are not about what they say. You'll be surprised how much people be acting good. The very good actors. And then when it's time to basically show who they are, nigga, they know what to be found. You don't even know, bro. You don't even know what the fuck you been around, bro. You don't even know. And most people like that are narcissists anyways. They're very narcissistic. So look, it's time for you to tighten up, bro. You feel me? If you're not hearing it from nobody else, bro, you're hearing it from me right now, bro. It's time for you to tighten up, get your life. You know what I'm saying? My teacher, Miss Mosley, bro, she was an English teacher, bro, reading teacher, really, for, you feel me, Nova, you know what I'm saying? Nova Middle School. And Davy, bro, I went there. I'm from Florida, you feel me? And she used to always tell people, bro, get your life, 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 get your life. Because ain't nobody going to get your life for you. You got to get your own life, bro. If you don't want to get your life, bro, who going to get your life, bro? Nobody. You got to get your life yourself, bro. You got to tighten up, bro. This shit ain't no joke. You feel me? So that's what I'm saying. Like, stop expecting a lot of shit from people that don't even expect shit from themselves. I'm gonna say it again. Stop expecting shit from a lot of people that don't even expect shit from themselves, bruh. You can bring a horse to the water, but you can't make that horse drink, bruh. I'm gonna say it again. You could bring the horse to the water, but you can't make that horse drink, bro. Simple as that, bro. What if the horse don't want to drink the water? What if the horse keeps questioning your knowledge of the water? What if the horse thinks the water is poison? You feel me? It's too much variables. There's too much variations for people to like question what you are trying to help with. Like, you're trying to basically expect them to drink the water because you're thinking they're gonna think that you know what you're talking about, right? No, nigga. You know how much people be flaking on shit that they're supposed to not flake on? You'll be surprised, bruh. That's what I'm trying to tell you, bro, from my experience, because, you know, this is the part of the video where I give my own experiences, because it's cool to have generalized data. You know what I'm saying? It's cool to have relatable information too. You get what I'm saying? So like I said, it's not okay to always be on guard. That's why you give the benefit of the doubt. Once you give the benefit of the doubt and they prove you wrong, bro, because you're expecting them to prove you right. But if they prove you wrong, oh yeah, it's done. Done deal. It's over. How much times are you gonna give them the benefit of the doubt? It's the third time. Oh, they're just like that. They're gonna be better. The fourth time. Oh, he's like that. The fifth time. Oh, he can get better. The sixth time. Oh, the third time. You're the fucking seventh time. You're fucking dead because of them. Like, when the fuck are you gonna realize that God is telling you to tighten the fuck up and get the fuck away from these people, bro? When are you gonna realize that, bro? This is real life serious, bro. Because the more you expect from people, the more at risk you're putting your own life. You're putting your life at risk expecting something from people that don't even understand how to expect something from their goddamn selves. Bro, people can't even show up for their goddamn selves, bro. So why the fuck do you think they're gonna show up for you? Come on now. Come on now. Just be real. Why the fuck do you think somebody's gonna show up for you if they can't even show to their goddamn self for their own good, for their own well-being? Like, bro, just be real with yourself, bro. You gotta be real with yourself, bro. This shit ain't no joke, but this shit is real life, bro. This is the only life in this third dimension you're gonna get, bro. In this third dimension. I'm not saying you're not gonna have another life, bro. But in this third dimension, bro, this is the only one you're going to understand before you don't remember shit. And because you don't remember shit, you never understand you already had life before here, bro. That's what I'm telling you. You already made fucked up decisions, but you're back making more fucked up decisions. When are you gonna stop making fucked up decisions? Like, what the fuck? Tighten up, bro. I'm done. I'm done with this video. Yeah, that shit just got me hot. Cause, bro, you expecting way too much from all these people that don't even do shit for themselves, bro. Okay? Stop doing that shit. It's not good for you. It's not healthy for you. And you gonna end up dead. It's Am I Live Now, bro? And I'm out, bro. Where am I dead, bro? What am my mother, bro? Tighten up, bro.